Good evening, friends, and welcome to the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture in the Soviet Republic of the workers and by the workers and the resources. Cheers! I mean, it's been a little time since we were here, I believe. At this point, a few years at least. It's 1977, the 17th of August. And what brings us, I mean, where to begin? There's so much to say, but the most primary thing to do is the prison is getting full. The small prison, the 90 prisoner prison. So we have begun work on a new one, which is larger and is the stock prison in the game. And oil is doing okay. I mean, we are not poor people by any means. 117 million rubles and 116 $1 million. We're not poor people by any means of the imagination. Yeah, but what we may be a bit poor in is growth of the population. That's doing a bit so-so, and it's. The problem is a bit that it's going slow because it is set to a hard citizen reaction here, which makes that you need to be take very good care of this. Here's one of the problems: the pollution, and sometimes it for some reason crops up here in among these buildings, and then the average lifespan goes down to like 56. And we don't get much population growth, even if we keep them happy and everything. So much crime going on. What's wrong with you? Why are you so inclined towards crime, people? Police doesn't have any work to do at the moment. But this, I don't know what happens, because we have had 87. I had 92 prisoners recently, somehow. That's more. Yes, that is more. But resource-wise, so workers-wise, we're a bit so-so, but there are plans for that. Resource-wise, though, we are pretty all right. 13,500 tons of raw petroleum in this full. This is full. I can use this. It's more what? Oh, the overlay tool, please. And the resources, oil. Damn it, this mouse is sensitive. Do I have it in the wrong gearing? I might just have had it in the wrong gearing. I would say 200 tons in the power plant, which is very good. It's being kept full at all times. 13,500, 450 tons in the oil refinery, 500 tons in the heating plant. And it's pumping. It's all the derricks are filled up too. More or less. Not perhaps all, but many of them are. Most. Yeah. So, to get this, the aim is to have the oil refinery running full tilt, and maybe even the second oil refinery would not perhaps be bad to have running full tilt. But yes, so to do that we cannot live here. This is a bad place to live. We're going to live over here instead. I figured. Not all of these people will be able to walk, for example, for the university and so on, but I think that will be right, because we mostly need basically educated people here, and we'll have a bus here going from here to over to oil refinery. Maybe oil refineries one day. That's still far off though. Yes, because this is not going fast. They say assign the construction. Just start working on it. Yeah, working on this. That's good. I don't think it is, super critical with the prison. They seem to be going by all right. And no one's escaped. But we now have 94 prisoners out of 90. That has a bad influence here on them. Yeah, well, we could get the secret police and invade people's privacy, and therefore know their government loyalty, and therefore select only government loyal people to work in places such as the radios, where that is college, technical college, proper university here, and prison and so on, and schools and kindergartens too. People get the correct values, the state's values, not their parents' values. We don't want them to be exposed to so dangerous things as their parents' values. No, we want them at the kindergartens so that we can make sure that they get the correct values. It's so good, you see. So take this house for example. It cannot walk to university, but it can walk to a school, so they'll get their basic education. That's all they need to work at oil refinery. These people who live in slightly more polluted side of town, but not hopefully too bad too often, they get to go to university and they get to work as a doctor maybe in the hospital here, or they might get to work as a police officer, or an indoor pool tender too, or I don't think we need this many police officers really for this small population, but whatever. The prison is crowded as hell, and that's why we have this going on. Dum dum. Yes, but this is a project. The project is sort of done. Everything more or less regarding infrastructure is planned in. What we need is a bus line from this bus platform when that's finished, and then we can build this, and people will gradually, slowly, they will fill up. This here, buildings, properties, 3 flats. These buildings, they have been not disallowed citizens to move in since forever here, but still they're not empty, and I don't understand this because people do not get this old. You're 50, and especially not here. The average lifespan is just 56, so why do not these buildings not empty out? I don't know. Is it that they get children maybe, and they live in the same house, so they don't really move in when they get... Yeah, well, of course they live in the same house. Yeah, but as the parent, yes, but when they grow up, I mean, they might take a flat in the house that their parent is living in, and that's why this is strictly. It would maybe be correct. Are they moving into this building? No, they're not. They're moving from the parents' flat to one of their own. So strictly, they are actually not moving into the building. You could not say. You could at least make the argument that they're not moving into the building. I should either move them out, or they will be forever destined to repeat this. This one with only 11, it might empty out eventually, though. But they live short lives and reasonably happy ones. 89% happiness, very well fed, and so on. Oh, we've had a little blemish on the people's things. We can do maybe a custom. I think last year, and then add a bit more into it, I think. No, we take this year S, and then a longer time span. Something like that. As people's, we sort of ran out of food. That's because of how the shipping is set up to bring in the food. It isn't working quite as it should. Or it is working exactly as it's set up to do, but that means the big ship, the Volgobalt or Volgodon or whatever it was that we used for the thing. Yeah, for the thing, for the ship bringing in all this stuff. Yeah, that's set to wait until unloaded, and of course it has all of these things on it. Food, alcohol, clothing, and electronics. Yes, and apparently it takes so long to sail that a new ship is available. What's this? The Baltic ferry. Oh yes, this is very nice. The Viking line or something, a small one. It looks pretty small. Anyway, this for people though, and it should be. Ah, damn it! That would be a feature. This boat should I suppose I have to buy one to demonstrate? It's a ferry. This is not that hard or difficult of a concept. I think most people know what a ferry is. 420 passengers, yes, but they also transport vehicles. You know, it's the backbone of many logistical systems, where bridges are not economical to build, or to just doesn't make sense. Oh. We should have the possibility to add vehicles or a line or something, a ferry, simply a ferry line, a ferry crossing. A ferry crossing. That's what yes, and load vehicles on board, unload vehicles on the other side, and vice versa. Well, doesn't sound so far from game mechanics that already exist. I would argue. At least it makes sort of sense in my head. Right now, here's I'm trying to bring back the music machine back online, and it's going great. Yes, Baltic ferries and things. Yes, prison. We need to wait for the prison, and when the prison is finished, we do this. We keep them a bit quicker about it. Bricks. We're not actually out of bricks, are we? No. There's bricks laying about. Just that they are in great demand. Right. Yeah, so ferry crossings. Why would you want? I don't know. Because it would be nice to have. We have supersonic aeroplanes in a 20 square kilometer world. So, we could have ferries too, I think. One of those Baltic ferries to have. Yes, I'm very close. It's closer than I've been in a long time. Spinning ball. The ball is spinning. So, just as this truck, it has a little bit of a route to go. It's been a bit messy. It's a bit messy, this place. It has grown organically. Now this is sort of what you end up with organic growth in a Soviet Republic. Had a terrible traffic accident there. Look to me. There's something wrong with how the game sounds to me too this evening here, but that's probably mostly on me, you know. Or solely on me, most likely. This is the main theme. You usually start with this song, you know. Yeah, but it is for what we get. This may not be good to have the prisoners just at the foot of the power plant, because since they're living here, I think that they will be affected by pollution. So when they come out, and we have rehabilitated them and so on, and they are ready to be productive members of society again, then they won't be very healthy and they won't live for very long. They might even die in prison from the pollution. If you could put like the serious crimes in a real terrible prison like that, and this gets deep now here with the crime and punishment. Damn it, why don't you call the feature crime and punishment? Again, there's a plague. It's not a Soviet reference, but it's a Russian reference, and it's pretty damn obvious. And also, it's out of copyright. Crime and punishment. You know, you can steal. It's fine. Crime and punishment. That's what I call the feature. Crime and justice officially by 3 division. Oh, but crime and punishment is it? The prison will be done very soon. Very soon. And well, soonish. We also have quite the working population out of the prisons. Maybe we have 90 prisoners. Problem is just that they start their shift on a given time of any day, and that time that they spend waiting for the bus, so it counts towards their work shift. Yes, you see this Gottfried here, he's already on his work shift 1 hour 51 minutes. Apparently not the time he's transiting though, but the time maybe it was added on, I don't know. Anyway, whenever he clocks in at the prison, and we have to pick him up with a bus, bring him to a workplace. These bricks are slow. Yeah, there is time though. Let's see now. Here, my new harbor. Yes, to alleviate and not have that problem again. What we need to do is we can have that ship with all the necessities, life's necessities. What was it? This one, your fuel. We send you to Soviet instead. Soviet is spending money nowadays, since we have more time and buffers in everything. We have time to send you to the Soviet. Western Soviet. Yes, that's all very nice. And infrastructure for these citizens here are coming up to as indoor pool, bus platform, bus line was the thing that was required to get on with, and wait for the population to grow. But I think they will. They grew up to be 85, and they are very happy, very satiated, and they are reasonably healthy and happy. I think that they'll reprocreate here at 31 babies. 50 children, very nice. 50 of a new generation is right here. Yeah, there was talk in a time of a second town somewhere, but a proper town, but since we have sort of rather migrated the town away from the heavy industries. In the old days, they had to live close to the factories. Now we get to live far away from the factories and don't breathe directly in the heavy pollution out of it. Yet we will get to ride on a nice bus to get to work and so on, not the way our ancestors did it. Some people are still living here. Yes, they will continue to do so, right? But now it's autumn. You slow it down again to normal speed. The years are ticking on. That's why I was running it at high speed a little bit. Or rather, no, that's why the other way around. That's why I had it on low speed for a bit, because the years are flying past here. And 1977. I fixed the goddamn food supply, and then we're good for this evening. Yes. We're going to buy a container liner. Don't mess around with that. Take cargo ship, a big one. Volgodon is probably still a pretty good choice. Anti-submarine destroyer. What? This is also a mod. A cargo ship and I know Volgobalt or Volgodon. Volgodon takes a whole lot more things. I would have a Volgodon. Bam. Go beyond the Soviets and load food and come back there and unload weight. Since you only have food, we can do it this way. Go in. And you only store food, very good. And the distribution office, are you already? No, yes, you are already connected to this thing. Just this one. Yes, and we rename food input. There we go. Thank you so very much for watching. The prison should be done, so we should be safe. That is about to be. Thank you so very much for watching. Good night.